Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to crochet a chunky rose. It's really easy, showing you step by step including the pattern in this tutorial, and you guys also can find the writing pattern down below at the description box. Okay, now without further ado, let's get started. First thing first, we are going to make the rose petals. To begin, make a slip knot. Then make 50 chains. And after you got 50 chains, next we are going to make the bow crochet. For row 1, skip 3 chains from the hook and make the bow crochet into the 4th chain. Keep making the bow crochet into each chain until you reach the end of the row. Then we'll meet you back again. For chain 3 that we skip, we also count it as a stitch. You can use stitch marker to mark at this chain 3. And this is what it looks like after you reach the end of the row. For this row 1, you must have 48 stitches in total. Next, for row 2, chain 3. For chain 3, we also count it as a stitch. Then turn your work, and then we are going to make increase by make a double crochet into the same loop with chain 3. After you have made a double crochet in the same loop with chain 3, you can use stitch marker to mark at this chain 3. Then make increase into the next stitch by make 2 double crochet into the same loop. Keep repeating this into every stitch until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach this chain 3 stitch, then remove the stitch marker and make 2 double crochet into that last chain stitch. And this is what it looks like. For this row 2, you must have 96 stitches in total. And next, for row 3, chain 3. For this chain 3, we don't count it as a stitch anymore. Then turn your work, make a double crochet into the same loop with chain 3. Continue make double crochet into every stitch until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you have made a double crochet into the chain 3 stitch, for this row 3 you must have 96 stitches the same. And next we are going to make the petals. For row 4, chain 2. For chain 2 we don't count it as a stitch. Then turn your work and make a double crochet into the same loop with chain 2. After you have made a double crochet, then make a treble crochet into the next 2 stitches. And after you have made 2 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next stitch. And after you have made a double crochet, and now you must have 4 stitches in total, then chain 2 and make slip stitch into the same loop with double crochet. And after you have made slip stitch, and this is what the first small petal looks like. It should look a little bit curved. And next we are going to repeat the same thing like the first petal by make slip stitch into the next stitch. After you have made a slip stitch, then chain 2. Then make a double crochet into the same loop with chain 2. And next, make treble crochet into the next 2 stitches. And after you have made 2 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next stitch. And then chain 2 and make slip stitch into the same loop with double crochet. And this is what the second small petal looks like. And next we are going to make the medium petals. To begin, make slip stitch into the next stitch. Then chain 2. Then make double crochet into the same loop with chain 2. After you have made a double crochet, then make a treble crochet into the next 2 stitches. And after you have made 2 treble crochet, and next chain 1, then make slip stitch into the top of this treble crochet stitch. After you have made slip stitch, then make a treble crochet and a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. After you have made a double crochet, and now you must have 5 stitches in total, then chain 2 and make slip stitch into the same loop with double crochet. And this is what the third petal or the first medium petal looks like. And next we are going to repeat the same thing like this third petal for 2 more times. You must have 3 medium petals in total. after you have made 3 medium petals, and next we are going to make the large petals. To begin, make slip stitch into the next stitch, then chain 2, then make a double crochet into the same loop with chain 2. And after you have made a double crochet, then make treble crochet into the next 3 stitches. And after you have made 3 treble crochet, then chain 1 and make slip stitch into the top of treble crochet stitch. And after you have made slip stitch, then make 2 treble crochet and a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. After you have made 2 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next stitch. And after you have made a double crochet, and now you must have 7 stitches in total. Then chain 2 and make slip stitch into the same loop with double crochet. And now we are done for the first large petal. Keep repeating this first large petal or this 6th petal for 3 more times. In total, you must have 4 large petals. And after you have made 4 large petals, and next we are going to make the extra large petals. To begin, make slip stitch into the next stitch, then chain 2, and make double crochet into the same loop with chain 2. Then make treble crochet into the next 4 stitches. And after you have made 4 treble crochet, then chain 1 and make slip stitch into the top of this treble crochet stitch. And after you have made slip stitch, then we are going to make 3 more treble crochet and a double crochet. And after you have made 3 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next stitch. And after you have made a double crochet, and now you must have 9 stitches in total. Then chain 2 and make slip stitch into the same loop with double crochet. And after you have made slip stitch, and this is what the first extra large petal looks like. Please keep repeating this first extra large petal or this 9th petal for 4 more times. In total, you must have 5 extra large petals. After you have made slip stitch for the last petal, and for this chain stitch, you just skip it. And after you have made 5 extra large petals, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And now we are done for the rose petals, and this is what it looks like. And next we are going to make the sepals of the rose. To begin, make a magic ring or magic circle. And next we are going to make single crochet. For row 1, make 12 single crochet into the circle. And after you got 12 single crochet into the circle, then pull the short string tight to close the circle. And next, make slip stitch into the first single crochet, which is the stitch where we marked. And after you have made slip stitch, next for row 2, chain 1. Then we are going to make increase into the same loop where we make slip stitch, which is the stitch near chain 1, by make 2 single crochet into the same loop. Don't forget to use stitch marker to mark at this first stitch. After you have made 2 single crochet in the same loop, then keep repeating this by make 2 single crochet into each loop around until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, you must have 24 stitches in total. Then continue make slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch, which is the stitch where we marked. And after you have made slip stitch, next for row 3, chain 6, please chain it a little bit loose. After you got 6 chains, as you can see, this is the right side of the chain. Flip it and you can see the back side of the chain with the small bump. We are going to work in the stitch into that small bump behind the chain. To begin, make slip stitch into the first small bump. After you have made slip stitch, then make single crochet into the next small bump. After you have made a single crochet, then make a half double crochet into the next 2 small bumps. Then make a double crochet into the next 2 small bumps. And after you have made 2 double crochet, and now you must have 6 stitches in total. And next we are going to skip the stitches below. For the stitch where we make slip stitch, we don't count it, you just count start from the next stitch by count 3 stitches and make slip stitch into the 4th stitch. After you have made a slip stitch, then we are going to repeat the same thing like the first sepal. Keep repeating this around until you reach the end of the row, then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the end of the row, then chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And this is what the front side and the back side looks like. And next we are going to make the leaf. To begin, measuring the yarn about 15 inches and leave that 15 inches tail. Then make a slip knot. As you can see, you must have this long tail behind the slip knot. And next we are going to make the double foundation chains. Hold the tail behind the slip knot to wrap around the hook like this. Then hold at the bottom of the loop. Yarn over and pull through these 2 loops. And now you got 1 chain. Then repeat the same thing by wrap the tail of the yarn around the hook. Then yarn over and pull through all these 2 loops. And now you got the second chain. Please keep repeating this until you got 13 chains. Then I will meet you back again. And this is what the double foundation chain looks like. You must have 13 chains in total. And next, use stitch marker to mark at both sides loop of the chain, as you can see, which is the front loop and the back loop of the chain. And don't forget to mark the loop at the last chain. Mark at the right side loop or the front loop only. And next, we are going to working the stitches into this back loop only. For row 1, make 2 single crochet into this first back loop. After you have made 2 single crochet in the same loop, don't forget to use stitch marker to mark at this first single crochet. And next, make single crochet into the next back loop. And after you have made a single crochet, next make half double crochet into the next back loop. And after you have made a half double crochet, then make a double crochet into the next 2 back loop only. And after you have made 2 double crochet, then make a treble crochet into the next 4 back loops only. And after you have made 4 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next back loop only. And after you have made a double crochet, then make a half double crochet into the next back loop. Then make a single crochet into the next back loop. And now you reach the loop where we marked. Remove the stitch marker and make slip stitch into it. And after you have made a slip stitch, and this is what the first row or the first side of the leaf looks like. And next, for row 2 or for the other side of the leaf, chain 2. Then make slip stitch into the second stitch marker, which is the other side's loop. And after you have made slip stitch, then make single crochet into the next loop. Then make a half double crochet into the next loop. Then make a double crochet into the next loop. Then make a treble crochet into the next 4 loops. And after you have made 4 treble crochet, then make a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Then make a half double crochet into the next loop. Then make a single crochet into the next 2 last loops. And next, make slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch, which is the stitch where we marked. After you have made slip stitch, then lift the tail of the yarn and cut it off. Please repeat the same thing like the first leaf until you got 4 leaves in total. And next, we are going to attach these 2 leaves together. To begin, place it on top of each other and then attach the yarn into both leaves where we make slip stitch. Chain 1, and then we are going to make slip stitch into the back loop of both sides leaf. To begin, insert the hook into the back loop of the first leaf, then continue insert the hook into the back loop of the second leaf. Yarn over and pull through all the loops. Please make the slip stitch a little bit loose. Keep repeating this into each loop around the leaf until you reach the end of the row. Then I will meet you back again. After you reach the end of the row, then leave a tail of yarn and cut it off. And this is what the final leaf looks like. Please repeat the same thing for the other 2 leaves. And next, we are going to make the stem. To begin, make a magic ring or magic circle. And then we are going to make single crochet. For row 1, make 6 single crochet into the circle. And after you got 6 single crochet, then pull the short string tie to close the circle. And next, for row 2, we are going to make increase into the stitch where we marked. Remove the stitch marker and make 2 single crochet into that loop. Always use stitch marker to mark at this first stitch. After you have made increase, then make a single crochet into the next stitch. And next, please keep repeating this by make 1 stitch with increase and 1 stitch with single crochet. Repeat around until you reach the stitch where we marked. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the stitch near stitch marker, for this row 2 you must have 9 stitches in total. And next, start from row 3 until row 22. You just continue make single crochet into each stitch around and around. And don't forget to use stitch marker to mark at the first stitch. It is easy to count the number of the row for the stem. So start from row 3 until row 22. You will have 9 stitches the same like row 2. After you have made some few rows, don't forget to insert some fiber stuffing into the stem. After you have filled in some fiber stuffing, then continue make the single crochet row around until you got some more few rows. Then fill in with the fiber stuffing again. Keep repeating like this until you reach row 22. And this is what it looks like after you reach row 22. And next, for row 23, we are going to make decrease. After you have made a single crochet and mark it, then insert the hook into the first loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 2 loops on the hook. Then continue insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on the hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And after you have made decrease, then make single crochet into the next stitch. And after you have made single crochet, then we are going to repeat this by decrease 2 stitches together and make a single crochet. Repeat around until you reach the stitch marker. Then I will meet you back again. And after you reach the stitch near stitch marker, you must have 5 stitches remain. Then continue make slip stitch into the stitch where we marked. And after you have made slip stitch, then leave a long tail of yarn and cut it off. Don't forget to fill some more fiber stuffing into the stem. Fill in the fiber as much as you can. And next, use the knit needle to weave in this tail of yarn into each stitch around. After you weave in the yarn into each stitch around, then pull the string tight to close the circle as you can see. And next, weave in the yarn into the stem. And now the stem of the rose is done, and this is what it looks like. And now we have made all the parts of the rose. Then we are going to attach each part of the rose together. So first, for the petals, you should face the right side of the stitch, which is the right side of the 4th row. Face it outside. Then fold the small first petal into 2 pieces, as you can see. Use hot glue to stick the petal together. And for the second small petal, fold it into 2 pieces like this. So at the bottom of the rose should look small and wider at the top. And remember, you put the hot glue only at the bottom of the rose. Wrap this petal around itself. Don't wrap it too tight or too loose. You can try and see it first before you put the hot glue in. For these 3 medium petals, it should wrap around the small petal. And for the next petals, you have to place where the curve of the petal ends, as you can see. As you can see, these next petals stay between these 2 petals. And after you have wrapped all the petals around itself, then you can flip this top edge of the rose petals. And this is what it looks like. At the bottom of the rose, I attach the yarn into it, and within the yarn across this round bottom part, you can use the knit needle to sew this bottom part 2 or 3 times across the circle until you feel it secure. To support the stem to stand straight, I use my old hanger and cut the length a little bit longer than my stem. If you use a thick steel wire, I recommend you to use 2 steel wires, and for mine I use 2 hanger too. The first one I tried with only 1 hanger. It's still not strong enough, so I put 1 more hanger. You have to fold the edge of the wire shaped like a hook, then insert this hook part into the middle at the bottom of the rose. As you can see, it should look like this. Then for the rest of the wire, insert it into the middle part of the stem. Don't forget to insert both steel wire into the middle loop of the stem at the same time. And next, I recommend you to sewing this stem with the bottom of the rose. So we are going to skip this 1 row at the top and start attach the yarn into any stitch of the second row. You can use the knitted doll or using the hook to weave in the yarn like mine. And this is what it looks like after we have attached the stem with the rose. And next, you can choose any side of the rose that you like. Then mark both leaves into each side of the stem. As you can see, you can attach the leaf higher or lower, it's up to you like. And then you can use hot glue to stick the leaf with the stem, or you can sewing the leaf with the stem. And now we are done attach both leaves with the stem, and this is what both sides of the rose looks like. And that's it, your chunky rose is done. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to click like and leave a positive comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and don't forget to follow me on my social medias. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye.